about our characters.
Oh yeah, what we're talking about.
I was.
I'm slowly becoming less squishy right now.
I'm becoming more squishy.
I am
All
back.
right. Looks like we are live. Hey everyone. Welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today on the show, we're doing episode 4 of Forbidden Lands. If you're not familiar with Forbidden Lands, it is a fantasy RPG put out by the awesome folks at Free League Publishing. You should be able to get your box sets. It's a box set, comes with a adventurer's guide and GM's guide and map, and it's awesome. Of course, we can't really do the map here on the show because we're all video, but we're doing it anyway. And I'm going to tell you that if you are in favor of more Forbidden Lands content, feel free to hit that like button down below. That lets us know that you kind of want to see more of this stuff. And also, if this is the first time you've tuned into the show, please hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification, and it'll let you know whenever we go live on YouTube or whenever we upload content. This series isn't really mine to introduce. I'm just gonna take it and give it to our GM. You know him as the Geek of the North from the Chaotic Goodcast, Jason Hunt. This is now your show, my friend.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Thank you for having us
just
back.
Super quick recap of what happened in the last couple of adventures. You rescued young Keyleth from Brona, who turned out to be a demon, who then proceeded to trounce the party, which you smartly fled from him. You ran into some bandits in the middle of nowhere, defeated them, drove the surviving people off towards a small town that you later discovered in the woods, which you ended up entering. You met an interesting burgomeister. The town is named Calden. The burgomeister's name is Anverin. He offered to buy the young lady from you in a very clumsy and awkward and uncomfortable manner. He proceeded to enlist other people in the town, including the town's schoolmistress, to try and convince you that he had nothing but the best intentions, which also succeeded mostly in only being more off-putting to the group of you. You learned a few other things while you were in town. Turok discovered that there were more goblins in the town someplace. Liat and Turok met a couple of adventurers who are in the employ of the town that are currently planning to head out to a local area sometime in the next day or so to explore that and maybe cleanse it or clear it of rabble, as they seem to be employed by the town to do. After that, Turok ran into a fellow outside who informed him that there were some wolfkin giving his local farmers some problems. The farmer's name was Vanson. He offered to provision you and outfit you for your journeys, should you happen to be able to help him with that problem. Later that evening, you returned to the inn after a very unusual display by the local children of Calden. Sort of found an eavesdropper by your room while you were discussing things, sort of didn't. It kind of was a little weird. And at the end of the evening, you all took to your beds and we picked things up the next morning. So you've all woken up. Any negatives that you had to any of your abilities, any hits that you took to any skills are gone.
Yay!
So you start fresh.
My wounded pride is healed.
Yes.
I can't find my notes.
Oh no.
And they're usually right there with the rest of the tiny notebooks.
Dun, dun, dun. Morgan is helpless for this episode.
I don't know what we're doing.
I've got notes, but
What's happening?
I can't read my handwriting.
Oh,
no.
that's not good.
A finer group of adventurers there never was.
So the farm, the person that was having issues with the wolfkin at their farms, what was his name again? Manson?
His name is Vanson.
Vanson. You were so close,
Vanson.
Doug.
That's right, Vanson. Okay, I can see that on my note right here. It said V-A-N.
Now it looks like Vanson.
Yeah, it looks something.
Oh, that's a V, not a U.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go to Crobin, and I'm going to say let's go take care of this farmer's issue so we can get geared up for future adventures.
Sounds fine to me. Is everybody else coming?
I'm hurt that you didn't ask me first. Your best and most favorite companion. I'm wounded yet again.
Is that what you are? You're his favorite?
Oh, of course.
I guess I could see that.
My ears are gonna go back.
I jump on Turok and we ride off.
Oh no.
If you
I'm
would
just-
really like to
I
try
hate it
that,
when he
you're
does
welcome
that.
I'm very jealous of Zephyr.
to. Oh, jealous of the horse. Okay.
Zephyr, what do you think? I don't think I want to see another kid theater performance.
I don't either. Let's go. Yeah, let's get out of town.
Let's just
Yeah, and the
Alright.
people here were weird. They were trying to buy our kid. Who
Yeah, that's
does
right,
that?
we have a kid with us, don't we?
Yeah,
Yes. What are you going to do with Keyleth while you're gone?
she's coming with us. The horse is gonna watch her. Remember?
I'm not gonna leave her here with these weirdos. Like, that's just no.
She can come with us. We can raise her. It's fine. We'll keep her safe.
Raised by the horse. Were you raised by a pack of wolves? Actually, no, I was raised by a horse.
My uncle's a wolf, though.
And another uncle's a goblin.
So I'm just gonna
That kid is gonna have some interesting stories. But yes, no, Keyleth is coming with us.
Yes.
going to load up all my gear and not even wait for anybody to follow me, and I'm just gonna start walking towards the farm.
All right.
I'm
then.
used to it, so I'm with him.
Gonna go grab my horse.
Quick
You're all
question.
basically- are you all going to catch up with each other outside? Is
Yeah,
that
I guess that's the idea. Is that we're all
Okay.
we're all heading out.
Leah has a question.
Yeah, what is reputation?
Your reputation is 2 right now, actually.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes,
We have reputation.
you do.
Mine
We're
was 1, so now
We're making a name for ourselves.
Now it is 2.
What's a
yes.
reputation? Oh, there it is. I was like, where is it on this sheet? And I was like, oh, look,
I
It matters
just
when you
noticed
meet
it.
new people. To see it, basically, it's your street cred almost. When you run into people, they're like, "Oh, hey, you're those guys who did that thing."
I've heard of you.
I don't
Yeah.
give a damn about my
And
reputation.
sometimes it'll be, "Oh, yeah, okay, now you're gonna get shot," and sometimes it'll be, "Hey, look at these guys. We like these people." All right.
Yeah.
So on your way down and heading out the door, Ellen Sue is scrubbing the bar down when you go by, and she sees you all just trooping out the door, and she's like, "What? No, you're not. But we had breakfast for you."
Oh, I'll take some breakfast.
I'm gonna go feed the kid.
Can I
Okay.
have it to go? Can I have it wrapped up in a napkin?
And,
Can you make the bread flat and just throw everything in and just roll the bread up?
Oh, that sounds good.
she looks a little bit confused, and then flees back into the kitchen briefly and comes out with 4 sacks. That she doesn't have napkins.
Oh,
They're just 4 burlap sacks, and inside of each sack is a loaf of bread that has been hastily ripped a hole in, and everything else stuffed inside, and then the hole pushed down on top of it.
that looks amazing.
And she hands one to each of you and wishes you well and goes back to the bar.
Can I get something
Okay.
smaller for the kid? Like
There is a smaller bag for.
Okay. Okay.
I think
It's
you
mostly
just
filled with
eat
fruit.
I think what you do is you just eat the food and then like spit it into her mouth. That's how you feed.
Is that how you
Ow.
raised?
You'll have to excuse him. He was raised by wolves.
I mean, no, that's usually like raised by birds, though. So that's why I'm very confused.
Bird
I mean,
wolves.
Hey.
Where
So-
birds?
So I go up to Keyleth and I'm like, hey, can I see your can you go can we go can I see your teeth?
She does so.
Yeah, she's got teeth. She can handle it. It's fine. I wasn't sure if human children had teeth yet, but I've confirmed.
You know what? Funny story is they actually have teeth and then they lose their teeth and get new teeth.
That's really weird.
Replaceable teeth.
Replaceable
That's-
teeth.
Weird. Humans are so weird.
All right. So after the brief breakfast grabbing, you're heading on out towards the farm.
Yes.
What direction is the farm?
I don't know. I don't have my notebook.
Whichever direction
Oh, that's great.
Vincent told us it was.
Yeah, it's in the
That was
direction
nice.
of the farm.
Did Vincent tell us? Do we not know? No,
He did not
Vincent
tell
didn't
you.
tell us. All right. We should ask somebody then.
Yeah, we probably should. Is anybody walking down the street?
There are a few local merchants setting up their stalls. You're actually out of the door pretty early here this morning. It's
All
just a
right.
little bit past sunup right now.
I'm gonna go over to one of the merchants and say, "Hey, where's the nearest farm?"
He points towards the town's front gate. Out there to the left. And then he runs away from you.
Left. Maybe we shouldn't have Turok asking random strangers questions. He's a little intimidating.
A little bit.
As soon as
Considering
he
the
says
local-
out front to the left, I just start walking that direction.
All righty.
Oh, I guess he figured out the way though.
I mean,
It takes you about 10 or 15 minutes to make it to the town's front gate. Through the closer you get to the gate, the further the crowds start to thicken a bit as people come into town and leaving town in the morning, kind of thing. You don't see anybody you know. Nothing unusual seems to be happening. Local townsfolk usually going about their business. When you arrive at the front gate, though, you see Renfro, captain of the guard, standing atop the walkway above the gate. He looks down at you and sees you coming and waves for the gate to open up and gives you a quick wave as you pass through the gate, which promptly shuts behind you.
All right. Be that way.
That's fine. All right.
So, wait, which way are we going?
We're going this way to the left.
All right.
All right, so you hang a left and you just start walking off into the trees, or are you going to actually follow the road for a bit?
We're gonna follow the road for a little bit, and then, yeah, we're gonna and then I'm gonna assume it's off to the left.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to ride ahead and see if I can see anything.
sure, go ahead. Roll me scouting. If you don't have scouting, it's what is scouting again? Oh, gotta remember how to play.
Wits. It says wits.
Scouting is a wit skill, yeah. So if you
Just-
don't have scouting, it's just straight wits.
Okay.
And add 1 for the horse.
Because the horse
No
is
sixes,
stuck.
but I did not get any ones either.
You can push it if you like.
I will push it.
Good.
Oh, I got one. That's a VCG.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. You got a 6. Not you said you got 1. I was like, oh.
No, I got one, and it was a one of these.
Okay.
BCG
One
is
of
an
our
auto
exclusive
fail.
BCG dice, which you can
Yes.
get when you back us on Patreon. If you would like to back and help support the show, you can go to patreon.com/victory.
No marketing right now.
Oh,
We now return you to our regularly scheduled game. Okay, so you get a gallop on ahead a little bit. You're almost out of sight of the group, actually, and you see that the road does indeed fork to the left. There are a fair few wagon tracks, actually, and obvious signs of horses passing by. So it's a pretty fair bet that there's horse traffic and carts coming back and forth from this farm if it is out in this direction. Nothing recent, not within the last day. So probably the last time anyone has been on this road was probably Vanson going home in the evening last night.
All right.
Nothing else untoward. You see a couple of merchant carts coming in from the north, but other than that, nothing special.
All right. I'll just write back then.
Okay. All right. So with your newfound knowledge, you make your way to the fork in the road, hang your left, and start walking down. It consumes about half of your morning. It's getting close to about 10 a.m.-ish kind of thing. Not that any of you have watches.
can I sniff and sense if there's any danger in the air?
Sure you can.
Danger. What does danger smell like?
It smells like.
Oh no.
Smells
Roll me
like
survival,
that.
Doug.
Survival.
Yeah, so wits and survival.
Oh well, let's.
I'm so mad. I don't know where my notebook is.
That's actually a 6 dice roll. So let's get this going. Let's get this popping right here.
Happen?
I got 1 success.
All right. You can smell that there is somewhere in the immediate vicinity a group of people, probably something related to the merchants that have passed by recently.
Okay.
There's the local wildlife is mostly small rodents, that sort of thing. Seasonally, it's getting into like midsummerish, so you can smell all kinds of fresh flowers and that sort of thing. Nothing untoward so far. You do get the faint scent of wolf. You're not sure if it's wolfkin, wolf, or some other breed.
Or just very large dog.
Could very well be. Nothing alarming.
Yeah. All right. I just kind of keep walking there. I'm gonna walk next to the horse. What's the horse's name again?
Chaya.
Chaya. That's right.
Taya, yeah.
Yeah. That's I'm just gonna stay next to the horse, I guess, as we're walking.
Okay. You make your way down the road. It's creeping up about noontime by the time you see a farmstead in the distance. It's in kind of a bowl-shaped depression in the land. You're going downhill towards it, and you can see a low mist forming around the farm itself. It doesn't look anything abnormal, other than the fact that the local denizens are generally terrified of any kind of mist at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
It's barely like shin high, so it's nothing really to be a big deal about. It's just because of the depression in the ground, apparently. As you come into view of the farmhouse, you see someone standing on the front porch who glances up and notices you and starts waving you over. You can tell from having met the man that it's Vanson waving you down. There's people working in the fields alongside as you go by, tilling soil, harvesting crops, planting, that sort of thing. Regular farm work. There's a herd of cattle being led out into a pasture to the east. And when you arrive at the front area there, Vanson trots down to meet you all. He's like, you've decided to help. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah. Here we are.
He looks over at you and realizes there's a goblin and the wolfkin and the human and a horse rider and a child.
Hey.
And he's a little bit confused. So he motions you to come closer and gather around the front of him. He has crudely drawn out in a box of sand on his porch a small map of his farm. So he takes a stick and goes over to it, and he's poking at the center of it. He's like, "Okay, this is where we are right now." Then he draws a little line back to where you guys just came from. That's towards the town. The wolfkin have mostly been coming in from the west hand side here. They mostly come in the evening, but we've noticed them lurking about during the daytime as if they're scouting the property or something like that. To date, we've lost several cattle. They haven't taken any food yet, unless they're eating the cattle. I don't know. We haven't found any remains. They did burn down an outbuilding, and he puts a little dot probably about a couple of 100 feet away from the main farmhouse. We don't know why they burned it, or they've never even spoken to us. And we know from your friend here, and he motions at Turok, that you guys can speak, but we just don't understand why they're doing this. It makes no sense. They've made no demands. They're just harassing me for no reason. I haven't ever even done anything to them. Like, most of my farmhands are terrified of these people.
Wolfkin are notoriously grumpy.
That's true.
Like, whip my head over and look at Liette, like, who you calling grumpy?
I pat him on the head. It's my best friend, everyone.
So where are you seeing these? Where are they coming out to watch you guys from?
Yeah, where are they coming from?
Yeah, where are they coming from?
They've been
West side,
entering
you
my
said?
property from the west. I haven't had honestly the guts to go out there and try to follow them myself.
But you said that they've been watching you throughout the day.
We have seen them a couple of times. A few of my hands have reported seeing them just off in the distance on hilltops watching. They don't seem particularly threatening at that point. They're armed. My farm hands have reported seeing weapons, but like they've never attacked any of my people. They just I don't know if they're trying to just drive me off the land or if they're trying to scare me or.
I wonder if there's something else going on here that's kind of forcing them to hunt outside their normal territory. If they're not harming your people, maybe they're just desperate for some kind of food.
Mm.
Yeah,
I can't speculate to that. I mean, all I know is I want them gone. They're making my life difficult, and I need them to be elsewhere. I don't care how it happens. I don't care why it happens. I just want it stopped.
Sure. I'll go talk to them and see what's going on, and we'll see if we can't come up with a compromise here.
Yeah. So
I just start walking west.
hey, wait, Turok, hang on. Hey, if we're gonna go wander out into the wilderness after more wolfkin, should we maybe see if Keyleth can stay here with the farmers for while we're doing that?
No.
Well, does anybody else have any input on this? Should we?
It may be smart to.
Just because we don't know if these guys are going to want to talk to us or fight us, so she can hang out here, play in the vegetable patch or something. I don't know.
That's a manure pile.
Oh, yeah, there's vegetables in it. Parts of them, anyway.
It's corn. I see some corn.
Yeah, definitely. Aren't you glad we class up your show, Doug?
Yeah.
While you're having this discussion, Vanson's wife comes bustling out the front door. Typical farm wife looking attire. You know, she's got the apron on. She's a burly woman, though. She looks buff. Like, you can tell this woman has been working the farm. She comes out the door looking very much like, you know, your typical working mom. She sees you all standing there and cuffs him upside the head. Why haven't you offered them any refreshments, you fool? They just walked half the day to get here to talk to you and try to help you with your problem. You haven't offered them a damn thing. And he's all like,
she is totally a Studio Ghibli mom.
Yes.
Like the wife from the beginning of Castle in the Sky, who's just like super buff and
yeah. The don't mess with me wife.
Love it.
Which he apologizes profusely and he asks, you know, would you like anything to drink? We finished breakfast, but we can probably scrounge up some food for you if you like.
So water. We had a great big chunk of bread with stuff in it for breakfast. So I mean, anybody else?
The farm hands to grab a bucket of water, and he comes running over with it. And he's got a big old ladle in it.
Sounds good.
I'm just gonna grab the ladle and.
Okay.
There was even noises with that I did not like.
that was gross.
I did that for the podcast version of the show. So
So
those of you on the podcast, you're welcome.
Get that ASMR. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
Ugh.
That worst ASMR. No.
Mouth sounds.
Yeah, gross. Yeah, I'm just dumping the ladle like in my mouth, and I'm doing that thing that the dogs do, where they like chomp like in
biting at the water.
They're biting.
Once again,
at the
it's like when the beast is trying to eat the soup with the spoon, and Beauty and the Beast. He's like,
exactly. With not tongue, like I was just showing.
I'm glad it was not with tongue.
Yeah, no.
Once they're done, I'm just gonna fill up my. Do I even have a canteen? What do I have? I have a water skin. I'm gonna fill my water.
Everyone has a water.
Oh yeah, that's smart. We should do that. That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I'll fill my water.
Because who knows what we're going to encounter out there.
Mine's already full from when I left because I was smart and filled mine up.
I also have a D8 worth of food, whatever that means.
If you guys spend any amount of time in the wilderness, every evening you have to eat one ration of food. And then we roll on your D8. And if you roll a 1, it goes down to a D6.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's that.
That's how the resource dice work in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with your arrows, actually, Zephyr, for your bow.
Oh, I know. I see that.
Yeah, when you shoot an arrow, actually, we won't do it on every arrow. What we'll do is after every combat or after any amount of arrows you use, we'll roll on your resource dice. And if you roll a 1, you drop down to the next step. And if you run out of dice, you run out of arrows.
Thanks.
It's an interesting system, actually, because it keeps you from having to make up like 32 individual arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I need to buy X amount of rations. No,
Yeah.
I've
You
just
just
got
have a
enough.
dice. It's a bit more ephemeral, I guess, is a word for it.
Abstracted.
That is also a good word.
Abstract.
I'm
All right.
gonna start walking towards the west. I'm not even gonna wait for my friends.
That's fine. I can catch up.
My
I'm gonna
quote-unquote friends.
I'm gonna look at Farm Mom because I don't think we even got her name.
No, he hasn't. When you look at her, she heads over to you and pats the child on the head and looks up at you on your horse and says, "My name is Amelie, my dear."
Ollie, thank you. Do you mind, since we're going into dangerous territory, to watch after the child for a minute?
Of course. I would be suspicious of you if you didn't offer to leave the child with me. She will be in fabulous hands. Nothing shall befall her. And she'll be probably quite a bit more full when you get back.
I just have a good feeling and trust this woman implicitly.
I'm gonna incite her just in case.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Morgan's instantly suspicious. Like, you're too good. This can't be on the up and up.
So insight plus your wits.
It's just wits. No, I'm not gonna push that. I rolled 2 1, so
just push those dice away.
She is
All right.
100% trustworthy.
She seems very sincere to you.
like I give
at
a squint, like I'm
glance.
like judging her, and I'm like, all right. And I look at the kid. I look at Keith. I'm like, be good.
She slides down off the horse, and as she's getting off the horse, Chaya turns her head a bit and nudges the kid, and she pats it on the muzzle and scoots off into the house with the mom.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm like walked away quite a bit.
I was gonna say
quite a
you're
bit at
all
this
gonna
point.
have to catch up to
Yeah.
Turok. He's a good 40 feet ahead of you now.
Oh no, I gotta
I'm just
gallop
gonna-
just a little bit.
I'm just gonna go. It's okay, guys. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
What?
No, like
What?
I'm as soon as he starts to move, man, I'm like by his side.
So you should have got that leashes last time. What you were saying.
It's my legs. I'm like,
All right, Robin, you're also following.
Yes, also following.
All right. So you walk off to the edge of the farmland. It's actually quite a nice farm. He has quite expansive fields of various crops. He's growing wheat. He's growing barley. He's got a flax crop on the go. He's got corn growing. He's got quite a huge vegetable garden. It looks like he employs probably about 15 to 20 people. It takes you a good half an hour to actually walk off the land. You reach the barn, actually, the outbuilding that was burned. There's nothing in the building itself.
Look,
It's been
burned.
It's been rendered down to ash. It doesn't even look like there was anything stored in it, honestly, or perhaps it's all been moved. You can't really tell. But it's in the middle of one of the fields, one of the cornfields, and it's the only thing that's been burned. So
Seems weird.
The farmhands either got to it and put it out very quickly, or it was a deliberate attempt to destroy just that building.
Is there any remains of like what was here at all? Like what was in this building in particular?
Yeah, I just want to general snooping. Can we do some general snooping around the?
Sure, yeah. You just while you're rummaging around, you go through the ash. It looks as though no one has actually touched this place since this happened. You shove a few burned boards aside and kick up some ash and move stuff around. You find a few bits and pieces of metal that did not burn up in the fire. It looks as though it was some sort of equipment shed. By looking at the bits and pieces of metal, you really don't have a lot of insight into what they might have been part of before whatever they were attached to was burned away. But there's quite a bit of it. There's a lot of small, it looks like fasteners, could be buckles of some sort, perhaps some sort of clips. I almost would, you could describe it as those, the cinches that you see on a backpack, where you can thread fabric through them and cinch them tight.
Right.
Quite a bit of that. Nothing else really to find though. He did say it was an equipment shed, so it's entirely possible that's all it is.
It's just like tack and stuff.
Yeah, it for all intents and purposes, it looks very benign.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like anything weird was being done here. There's no giant knife blades or torture implements in the ash or anything like that. Turok, what do I want to put this on? Make me a strength check, just a flat strength check.
That strength check. Nope. Let me push it.
Okay.
Push it real good.
That needs to not be a thing.
No, that's a thing.
It is a thing, whether you want it to be or not.
Yeah,
We do that when we,
I did get one success.
Okay.
We play that when we push code at work.
Okay. With all the ash and everything that's been kicked up around here, it very quickly overwhelms your senses. But you manage to sneeze and snort and otherwise scratch your nose to the point where you can still smell properly when you leave. Otherwise, I was going to give you a penalty on your scouting rolls after this.
Ooh.
Just because you've kicked up quite a cloud of crap in this place.
Leah's just gonna bend down and kind of just take a buckle and stick it in his pack.
Okay. No one's watching you right now.
I'm
So
just
you're
gonna
good.
slowly do it
you.
anyway.
I'm gonna stare at you.
yeah. I mean,
I kind of just
party judging.
look down at my tattered belt, which is actually just tied in a knot, and like shrug my shoulders.
It's an upgrade.
Yeah, need an upgrade.
All right.
All right. So essentially, you find nothing.
Cool.
All right.
Keep moving.
I'm gonna keep walking.
All right, let's keep moving.
All righty. About another 200 feet away, you arrive at the perimeter fence of the property. You're going to have to find a gate unless you want to try and jump the fence with Chaya.
Yeah.
The fence is only 3 feet high, so it's jumpable.
It is jumpable. Yeah.
Okay. So Zephyr turns around and gallops back a few feet and turns around again, and she just zips over there and flies over the fence as if she was born with wings. And lands on the other side and spins around in a big flourish, looking at all of you, trying to scramble.
Looking magnificent.
Chaya still like has all her braids and stuff still.
Yeah. Snapping around in the wind like a fashion model.
So I look at I watch that and I back up and I start running on all fours and try to jump over the fence as well to make it look even more grand, try to outdo the horse.
What's your agility?
My agility is 4 and my move is 1. I'm guessing it's move.
Yeah, that's no problem for you at all. You're easily able to leap that. It's not as graceful looking as the horse, but you make it look simple.
In my mind, it is though.
And I just scramble through the fence because I'm like a 4 foot tall goblin. And
you just practically can walk under it.
I am not going to try to vault magnificently over it. I'm just going to scramble through it.
Okay.
Are you going to do like one of those like
limbo?
I'm going to limbo? No, I'm just going to.
Yeah, Leah's gonna look at it, look up, down, to give it the old stretching. It's like, he's nothing but like sinew. Like there's no muscle or anything. He's just gonna be just gonna try to squeeze in as much as he can and try to just wriggle through.
Okay.
If possible.
No, it's no problem. It's no problem at all.
You're gonna get stuck like Winnie the Pooh. No, I'm kidding.
If only he had that much butt.
Okay. While you're
Oh, hey.
My Animal Kingdom Pooh Bear mug.
Aw.
He sees a tiger and he says, "Tigger, is that you?"
I love it.
I love this one too.
Okay. Zephyr, make me survival and wits roll, please, for where you've landed on the other side of the fence.
Oh, cool. Sorry.
Oh my.
Do I get something with the horse?
Not in this instance, no.
Okay.
Because Chaya was more concerned with making the jump.
Ugh. I got 1, 1, and a 6. 1, 6.
Okay, so you want to keep it like that, or do you want to push it?
No, I don't want to push it. Wouldn't that one like still be there though?
Yes, the one will stay.
The one
Unless
would
it was on
turn
a skill
bad.
dice, actually.
Yeah.
I noticed that earlier. I was rereading the rules. If you roll a 1 on a skill dice, it doesn't stay.
Oh.
I totally set my dice up to be skill dice and attribute dice.
I don't know why they
push it.
Yeah, you can if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
Push it real good.
So skill dice ones don't count?
No, I was reading that this afternoon, actually. That's the only one that doesn't count.
Okay. So attribute ones do count, skill dice do not.
Yes.
Sweet.
I got another 6.
All right. So where you've landed, you've noticed that the grass has all been trampled down around you, and it's definitely not just because of Child.
Okay.
You can see what looks to be the remains of a small animal. Might have been a rabbit or something like that. It was eaten just recently. It's not gross, but it's obvious that this has been like less than a day.
It's still gross.
Can
I just basically just point. I point to Turok and then point to the rabbit and then like point. Like I just do one of these. Like look at the ground.
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over to the rabbit remains and or whatever it is and smell it and see if I can get a scent of a trail of. Whatever.
It does definitely smell like wolfkin. It's very.
What's that
obvious
supposed to
you.
mean? I'm very offended by that, Jason.
It smells like dog.
Smells like dog. What?
Can I smell the track in which they went?
You can do that if you can make me a survival check.
Okay, so survival check.
Yeah, survival and wits.
Survival is that 2, and I could always do my hunting. Oh no, that's hunting. That's never mind. Oh wait a minute. I can if I don't get a success here, I can use a willpower point to follow a scent for a day.
Yes, you can.
Just saying. But I did get a 6 on that on my survival. So
Okay. So you go nose down and snoop around the area for a few minutes, ruffling through the tall grass and everything. And at one point you pop up and you point off in a more westerly direction, and that's where you know that they went.
all right, so then I'm gonna get on all fours and start running that direction.
Okay.
I'm just forcing it.
Okay, so you're very quickly going to leave Liat and Krobin behind.
Heavy sigh.
I'm basically gonna horse it so fast where I sort of just cut him off.
Oh,
So I'm like, wait for the rest of us.
all right. You're hurting
Nice.
him, are you?
Power move. I like it.
All right.
Look,
The others need to
some of
hurry up.
us have short little goblin legs and can only go so fast.
I just hope he doesn't try to pee on the horse tonight to assert authority.
Ugh. Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh,
We'll find out tonight, I guess.
Turok pees on a
I
lot of
only-
things.
I only did that to you because you ticked me off, Leanne.
okay. I don't need to know any more about this.
Look, I don't know what y'all do when y'all share a room, but like, and she just hears the horse
After
keeps
dark.
going. At a leisurely place, she's not leaving anybody behind.
Okay.
That's appreciated.
So, all right. So you've cut Turok off. What are you going to do, Turok? Are you going to slow down or what?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna slow. Yeah, I'll slow down and begrudgingly I'll slow down and.
Okay. So you all move off at Krobin's pace, I would imagine. I guess because Krobin would be the slowest of the party.
I mean, I can hustle, but yeah.
I look at Robin and I'm like, I could just offer an arm to like throw him up here.
Oh, okay, sure.
I don't have a kid, so you get the spot.
Oh,
I'm gonna give Turok the look.
Uh-oh.
a propositioning look.
I'm going to shake my head. No,
Oh.
you can walk.
Fine.
I'll walk.
Okay. All right, so you're all moving along at basically a human pace then.
Yes.
It takes you a while, and there's a lot of moving back and forth and up hills and down valleys and over little tiny brooks and babbling streams and that sort of thing. By the time the scent becomes stronger to you and you realize that you're getting close, it's a little bit past noon. You're getting closer into like 2 p.m.-ish kind of thing. So the sun's starting to descend a little bit. When you the scent really starts to hit you, that like they're somewhere immediately nearby.
Right. I'm going to sniff the air, and my ears will go back, and I'll look around. Can I see anybody? Can I see anything?
Not obviously visible. Where you are right now is on the side of a hill. The scent continues up the hill, but you can't see anything beyond the top of this hill, and you don't see anybody immediately on the hill other than yourselves.
I'm gonna keep walking towards the up the hill.
Okay. So you get towards the top of the hill, and you can hear noises. You can hear scuffling, some grunting, sort of like a guttural bark here and there.
Okay.
You're all moving up behind him?
Mhm.
He hasn't
Yeah. I'm
said anything
keep
to
pace.
indicate otherwise. Okay.
Giving him some space though, just in case something like
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't like that Jason just rolled dice.
It's fine.
have
Don't
to-
worry about it.
Eventually,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, don't
It's
worry about it,
fine.
man. It's all good.
I thought you
Rock,
were
it's
shaking a rock.
fine.
I didn't hear any. I didn't see dice.
Okay, so you get to the top of the hill. You can see there's a small camp that's been set up about 60, 70 feet further on down the hill. As you crest the top of the hill, they turn around and look at you as you are looking at them.
Is it just me at the top?
Right now, it's just you because you're in the lead.
Okay, so I'm gonna motion like I'm not gonna raise my hand, but I'm going to signal the rest of the party to stay back.
Okay.
Just to hold their, because are they other Wolfkin?
Yes, there's two of them.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to I'll put my hand down and kind of tell them to kind of stay back for right now.
All right. So as soon as they see you, they immediately bare teeth, and one of them reaches and pulls a short spear off of his back, and they're both like moving apart from each other to try and get like some distance between them and you. They start basically just barking and yelling at you like, "Whoa, get away from here! You're not supposed to be here. Who are you?"
Who are you? I'm Turok from the gloom of Fangwoods. What clan are you from?
We're from the Rest Ridge tribe. What brings you to these lands?
I heard there were fellow Wolfkin in the area, and I figured I would come and pay my respects and see what it's unusual for Wolfkin to be in this area, so I figured I would come and see what you were doing in here. What you were doing here.
It's none of your business what we're doing here. Make your leave.
That's not very nice. You're not a very good dog. Bad dog.
My line.
So do either of them have anything unusual on them, or is there anything unusual?
They're both wearing leather armor.
Okay.
Each of them has a short spear. One of them has a knife. One of them is carrying a large sack over his shoulder that he quickly grabbed up when they saw you.
Okay.
The camp is just two small lean-tos set up. There's a small cook fire going, although it looks like it's more for warmth than for food because there's scattered bones around the base of the camp.
Looks like you both have been busy.
They're starting to slowly kind of creep towards you, not at any great pace. They're moving like a foot or two at a time while they talk to you. Like, you don't know what you're doing here. If you know what's best for you, you'll leave now or we're going to have to do something.
I don't. I think I'm not the one that needs to leave. I think you are the ones that need to leave, because You're not welcome in this place.
Right after you finish saying that, you see a small human woman step out from behind one of the lean-tos, and she chucks a small stone at one of them, which like gets its attention, and she yells at them, "What are you doing, you fools? You can't let them know we're here. Get them!" And the two of them immediately just start jogging, like breaking into a run towards you.
All right, I'm going to take out my longbow and take aim at the first one that's coming at me.
Did we see
Right.
him signaling? Oh, you're at least pulling out his stuff.
You can see what he's doing, and you can hear what he's saying. You can't hear what they're saying.
Cool.
Well, if he's pulling out his bow, I'm just gonna head up.
Okay, so roll me initiatives. We'll just do a D10 plus your agility.
Oh, I gotta grab another dice.
Sorry, Morgan.
I got an 8.
Surprise! You need something new.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
I also
that's
got an
a
8.
bad roll.
The D10 plus agility.
Oh, plus agility. Do I roll the agility or just add my agility?
Just add your agility to it.
13.
And Turok?
I'm getting your 8 plus agility 12.
All right.
8.
And yeah, Robin's got an 8 as well, yeah.
Yep.
And okay.
So
All right, Zephyr. So you're going to be first on the initiative order.
Yeah.
So you've seen Turok grab for his bow and whip out an arrow.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just dig my heels into Chaya and pull myself up, and as we're cresting the hill, I'm gonna pull out my bow and knock it, and I guess unleash one on one I see. I got,
You
I
can
have
if you
fast
want to.
shooter,
Yeah.
so I can
you
like
can you can pull it and knock and shoot at the same time, or in the same action rather.
yeah. So I'm gonna do a shooty shoot.
Shoot a shoot.
Shoot, shoot.
Shoot shoot. So 2 plus my 5 in agility.
Twang, whip. I don't know what sound effect you would do for an arrow.
Ooh, why dice? Why are you like this? I got 3 1s.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So I'm gonna go ahead and guess you're not gonna push that.
2 of them were on my skill dice, but yeah.
Okay, so your arrow sizzles overhead of one of them, embeds itself in one of the lean-tos, and that is your round. And that takes us to Turok, who sees Zephyr and Chaya crest the hill. Her bow just like magically appears in her hands, and an arrow goes flying already and just barely misses.
I'm going to what is marksmanship? So that would be agility plus marksmanship.
Yep.
Plus the 2 dice for my longbow.
Oh, I have a +2 as well. Does that mean I actually get extra 2 dice?
Yeah, you do get gear dice on your bow.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I thought you had rolled that.
You think I know how to play this game?
I am confident
pretty
in
sure
your
we have-
skills, Morgan.
I am pretty sure we have thoroughly gone over the fact that Morgan does not know how to play this game. She's not alone.
So I got 1 success.
Okay. It is going to attempt to dodge. And it does so.
What?
It leaps to the ground, and the arrow just zips past its head. It would have been a hit if it hadn't dodged. But now it's prone on the ground.
All right. I've got the. Yeah, I guess that's my 2 actions, right?
That is,
So
yeah, that is your
I
turn.
aimed
Yeah.
and then I shot. Okay.
Yep. Okay, that takes us down to the Wolfkin themselves. The Wolfkin that hit the ground is going to stand back up again and is going to throw. Well, it's going to pull its knife. Actually, it can't do anything else this round because it dodged. The one that is still standing is going to rush up the hill towards you, so it's going to move 1 range count closer. It's not. Oh, yes, it is close enough to swing. Okay. Because the short spear gives him near range attacks. And he has 2 successes and 1 failure. So that's going to be a hit because you have used your actions. So you're going to take 1 point of damage to your strength. Do you have armor on?
I do not.
All right, so 1 point of damage to your strength.
Okay.
So he
Boom.
jabs you in the side really quickly. Not enough to really murder you or anything, but enough to draw blood.
And I'll growl when that happens.
Alrighty. That's it for the Wolfkin. So what's your agilities, Liat and Krabben?
My agility is 3.
6.
Holy
crap.
Krabben, you're first.
How do you have such high agility?
I'm bad at everything else.
Oh, okay.
He can barely lift a teacup off a table, but you know.
Very sneaky.
You dodge a hail of arrows.
And right now I'd like to sneak. I would like to try to skirt what's going on here and work my way around to the other side of these Wolfkin guys.
Alrighty. So you're gonna roll me stealth and agility.
Yes. Hold on. I need to have all the right things.
Do the things.
Yeah, I need to get all the
and
right colors.
You can add another dice to it because this grass is barely taller than you.
Sweet. All right. All right, I have 2 6s.
All right.
And like so many 5s teasing me.
Yeah,
For all intents and purposes, you are concealed from view right now.
Haha, I sneak.
So that's your slow action. So you have a fast action left if you want to do something quickly.
Will the slow action actually get me into position around the other
No.
Wolfkin? Okay,
No,
then
the act of actually sneaking like that is your.
It's gonna
is your
take a
slow
while.
action.
right.
You basically you go belly down and maneuver around for that.
I
part of your
see.
turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend my turn basically just getting into position so that I'm flanking these guys.
Okay, that's you can definitely flank the one that's in the near range with Turok right now.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
All right, so
I'm in position.
Liat, you've seen Zephyr and Turok fire their bows, and Krabben has vanished from view.
So what?
Your puppy friend.
I'm gonna go help my puppy friend. So I'm gonna take my fast action to draw my knife.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my slow action to use sharp tongue against the Wolfkin. Now I'm rank 2, so when it says my roll is modified by +1, that means an extra die.
You get an extra die, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 5, 6, so 8 dice total, and this is going to be an opposed roll.
Yes,
so
it is,
for every success above what the opponent rolls, I do a damage 1 point of empathy damage.
Okay.
So let me roll all of my dice. This is a bigger roll. Okay, we've got a 1, a 6, a 1, and that's it. So I got 1 success, but I'm going to push it.
Okay.
Now, do I re-roll the 6 I already got? Do I leave that set aside?
The 6s and the 1s stay as they are.
The 6s and the 1s
So
stay
you
as
roll
they are.
any dice in between.
Oh, wait, now, skill dice ones don't count, right?
Skill dice 1s do not count, so you can re-roll that if it was a skill dice that you rolled a 1 on.
Okay, so I only have 1 1.
Okay.
Come on. Okay, so we've got 1 6, 2 6, 3 6s, and 1 1.
So 3 6s and 1 1?
3 successes, 1 failure.
Okay. All right, so he has to roll very well. And he rolls 1 success and no failures. So he's going to take 2 points of damage to his empathy, you said, right?
Yep.
All right.
And I basically just look at him and I say, gods,
You have such a striking face. Tell me, how many times was it struck?
It literally reels backwards from you. It is so aghast at what you've just said to it.
He's so aghast.
Yeah, it looks confused and baffled and otherwise just generally stunned, actually.
And that is my fast and slow action.
Alrighty. All right, so we're back to you, Zephyr.
All right, so I'm going to just whip another one out and shoot it to the one that's not near Tarak, but the other one.
Okay, the one that went prone. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he's further away, I think, right?
Yeah, he's at short range for you.
Short range. All right. So I'm going to do the thing. Oh, go ahead.
So you're going to have, on this roll, you're going to have +4 because you get +2 on a prone opponent and +2 for your bow.
Okay. So that's 5, 6, 7, and +4.
Pretty much all the dice.
Yeah, quite a few for a rider, especially an archer rider.
Yeah, all right. So my gray ones are my thing. My BCG ones are my gear. The other ones are those. Okay. Let me just...
Here we go. Look
I
at that.
I can barely hold them in my hands.
Just get a coffee cup and roll those dice.
Play Yahtzee, like get one of those.
Exactly.
All right, so 1, 2, no ones,
Wow.
2 6s. I think I'm gonna push it.
Go ahead, yeah.
Go for it.
What's pushing? Do I get willpower when I push? I forgot how to get willpower again.
You get willpower on fails when you push.
That's right. All
So
right.
leave your 2 6s on the table and re-roll everything else. That even
6.
sounded painful.
That's a 6. 5, 5, 2, 2, 5. Oh, that's a 1. So I got 1 on not on my push, but I do have 2, 3, 5 6s.
Oof.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot of 6s.
I'm just going to quickly roll his armor because he can't dodge while he's prone.
I rolled 11 dice.
That's a lot.
No
of
successes. Do you want to describe how the arrow goes into him? Because that's a lot of successes, Morgan. You can basically do whatever you want here.
Basically, as I'm riding through and I pull an arrow and I see him fall, it's an easy target. She just pulls it back and just lets it loose right through the chest.
Okay.
And then I go to the back of the head. I was like, no, I'll just go through the torso.
Okay, so it sinks into his chest, and you can see that it hits him hard enough that he's actually pinned to the ground. Like it's gone right. It's a through and through. It's literally like you can see him wriggling about. He's just like stuck on the arrow now. Still alive, but just barely.
Yeah.
All right, and that is Zephyr's turn done. And that takes it to Turok, who has a...
The other one is like really close to me, correct? Because they just stabbed me.
He's reeled back from you, but he's still within like 3 or 4 feet of you.
So in typical, wolf fashion, I'm going to pounce on him and then try to slam him to the ground and make him look at his counterpart there.
Okay, so that's going to be a melee attack. So we roll opposed melee.
That's 1 and...
So melee plus your strength.
I got 2 6s.
I got 2 1s.
Oh.
So you grab onto him and tackle him to the ground and wrestle with him for a few minutes, and you force his head around so that he's looking at his buddy pinned to the earth, not like 30 feet away.
I'll say something along the lines of, you want to end up like this? Keep going.
Alrighty.
That's all I'm gonna do.
So that's your turn. So it's the Wolfkin's turn now. I'm going to roll for the one that Doug's on right now. He gets nothing back from that. He is literally gibbering and just outraged, and it's kind of weird. You wouldn't think that something as simple as someone making a insulting remark to him would damage him this much. But whatever Liat had in his tone of voice and how he delivered it has ruined this Wolfkin.
Actor of the year right there.
he is literally just like incoherently jabbering, like he's so upset by what has been said to him that he cannot even properly form words at this point. And he sees his buddy pinned to the ground with an arrow, and he's just like flopping around like a useless fish. Honestly, he's barely even resisting you properly. And it's round.
Awesome.
And the one that is pinned to the ground is going to attempt to stand up.
Oh.
Okay, no. He is still firmly affixed to the ground. He's just like holding the arrow, trying to yank it out. That's not working for him at all. And behind him, you see the woman that came out and ordered them to attack. And you can see her, she's holding her hands kind of like this and has a handful of something in her palm. And you can see her turning her hands, and then she drives her hand into the ground, and the immediate area around you, you can hear a concussive boom, like a sonic boom kind of thing. And all you can see is dust everywhere. You can literally not even see anything in front of your face.
Boo.
That's fun.
And that is their round. And that's going to take it to Crobin.
Oh boy. Well, I wanted to sneak attack that one wolfkin that Tarak was fighting, but can I see anything at this point? Uh-oh. No, we can't hear you, Jason. Jason, your audio is totally gone.
Jason, come back to us. We need you.
You've gone
I'm
totally.
not sure why my microphone went.
Oh, there you are.
Nope, you're back.
Yeah,
But
it's
still the
still
wrong
not.
microphone.
Yeah. Your microphone decided that it's done, I guess. I don't know.
No, I said good night.
It said, no, I'm done here.
I said, good day to you, sir.
We're done here.
Hang on a second. I'll see if I can fix it.
That's fine. Yay. Welcome
you
to
can
a
still-
live stream, folks.
You can still, Crobin, you can still sneak attack my Wolfkin.
You can still
No,
move
I was
towards
just-
the guy was.
I was just talking about, I don't know how well I can see now with this dust cloud
Oh.
everywhere.
I just think it would be funny if you tried to sneak attack it and it's already pinned to the ground and
Yeah, I know.
you try to be all like heroic and
I'm going to heroically tackle this guy who's pinned to the ground.
yeah,
It's up to you. You can try if you want.
typical goblin fashion.
Kick him while they're
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, and?
Oh, is it an improv show now? Yes, and?
All right. Well, I don't think we actually want to completely dispatch all of these guys. We wanted to find out what was going on with them. So I don't want to murder ball him. So now there's this lady over there too.
Yeah,
You
there's
said-
a lady down by the lean-tos that came out and ordered them to attack.
I see. I'm gonna keep sneaking towards her then,
Okay.
rather than
Don't worry.
attacking.
Well, you know the lay of the land, so you can
Right.
You can definitely make your way down towards her.
Sneak in that general direction. All right. Continuing to attempt to be stealthy. All the very many stealth. Nobody see me. This time I got 3 6s.
Ooh.
You are a ghost in the wind.
Yay. Oh, and you sound normal again. Your microphone
Yeah,
came back.
my microphone picked up again. I don't know what happened there.
It's being weird. But anyway, I'm invisible.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, if not for the fact that you guys already know that Crobin exists, you would have no idea that Crobin exists. All right. That's going to take us back to Zephyr, who is now mounted on a horse covered in dust and unable to see anything in front of her face.
It takes it to me.
Oh,
Doesn't
sorry, Liat.
Yeah,
I
Liat
crossed you
has
off
to
and
go.
I'm going to-
Yeah.
So I can't see anything.
No, just dust. You can maybe like a foot away, you might be able to make out a shape.
Well, I'm going to be fairly careful then. I am going to just start moving in the direction of where that woman was the last time I saw her.
Okay.
I can't hurl out insults without seeing them, though, can I?
You can, but it would not have any impact behind
Impact.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to stagger forward as best as I can, cursing under my breath. And
it. All right. I'm going to give you a half movement just so because you're being careful not to fall on your face.
sure. And yeah, that'll be pretty much my action.
All right. So I'll actually wait. No, you can make 2 move actions in a turn if you're not doing anything else. So
Well, let's do that then.
all right. So at the end of your turn, you are going to feel yourself bump into a lean-to.
Ooh,
So you know you're at the camp. You have no further actions left, but you know where you are now.
I am near the camp.
Yes.
You are
okay, so-
here.
yeah. Now it's back to a dust-covered Zephyr.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna leave my boy where he is because I figure he's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. And I guess start. Oh, I don't want to run over anybody.
She starts
Damn, she
trampling
figured it out.
everyone.
I was waiting for that. Gallop forward and thump, thump, thump goes
I was like,
Ow, ow, ow.
I'm actually gonna have Zephyr get off the horse and make her way over to the one she pinned, and basically
Okay.
be like, and
You can't actually see that one though, remember, because you can't see in the cloud. So you're going to be moving blind.
but I know the general direction where he is, right?
So definitely, yeah, you can make your way in that direction, just like Liat just did.
All right, I'm gonna do that off the
Okay.
horse so the horse doesn't trample anybody. Because we still need to have a conversation to see what they're doing.
Okay. All right. So the same thing. You use both your move actions to get down to the camp. You feel your foot kick the edge of the campfire, one of the stones around the campfire, and that's how you know where you're ending up, and that will be the end of your turn.
Okay.
Now we go to Turok.
Turok is going to.
You're still
Try to-
grappling with that one wolf.
Yeah, I'm
so-
still grappling. Can I try to like intimidate it to get it to like quit fighting me?
You can
just-
certainly try, yeah.
Give up. What do I need to?
For just general intimidation?
Yeah. Is it like manipulation?
Yeah, we'll
Empathy?
call it a manipulation roll.
All right, so that's 3 there, and I don't have anything. Oh, I guess I'm not very.
Are you not scary?
Guess I'm not very empathy.
You look a little bit goofy, covered in dust, probably.
Oh, but I do have one. I have one success in that roll.
You do have one? Okay.
Yeah.
See how he does here. He's got one fail. Okay, so basically you pull his head back towards you and you just basically roar into his face.
Can I just say I'm gonna rub your nose in this if you don't? Oh,
He
yeah,
just-
I just roar. I did. Yeah, I like.
He locks up entirely.
All right.
He's full eye contact with you and is just gone catatonic.
And my yellow eyes are kind of glowing.
Fair enough. He's just there's nothing there. Like when you look at this guy, there is nothing.
Nice.
He's just gone. He's still breathing and you can feel him moving underneath you, but he's not all there anymore at all.
All right. Cool. That's yeah. Is that
All right.
that's all I need to do?
Yeah, that's all you can do this turn right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it's the Wolfkin's turn and no one can see them. Make me, let's see, Zephyr and Liat. Make me, what are we going to call this? Wits. Yeah, make me scouting roll. So scouting plus wits, both of you.
So that'll be a straight wits for me.
Okay.
Same.
I got nothing. No successes, no failures.
I got 1 6.
So I'm going to
Okay.
push it.
Oh, you're gonna push it? All right.
Push it real good.
I'm also gonna push it.
I got 1 6 and 1 1. So 1 success,
Okay.
1 fail.
All right.
No,
so
I
that
didn't get. I just got a
cancels each other
1.
out. You just got a 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take
But
one
I
point
have a
of
6
damage.
originally, so
Oh, so you cancel it out then. Okay.
yeah.
So you're even there, so you don't take any damage to your wits.
Okay.
You do gain a willpower point though for the 1 you roll.
I'm just like clocking willpower points because I don't think I have.
Oh, so you get willpower points for ones even if they're canceled out.
Yeah, you still rolled the 1. It's just your success canceled it out.
Ah,
So I
excellent.
didn't succeed.
Nope, neither of you succeed. So you hear nothing. You know nothing. Jon Snow. You can hear movement around you in the fog. You don't know who it is. You can't tell by the sounds whether it's your allies or whether it's the bad guys. But that is all you can hear. And that's going to end the Wolfkin's turn. And that takes us to Krabben.
Have I reached that lady yet, or do I not have any idea because it's too dusty?
You are in the camp now, and you've found the spot where you believe she was, and she is no longer there.
Can I see anything nearby?
You can make a scouting check if you would like.
Not good at that, but I'll try.
This is where that 6 in agility comes back to haunt Krabben.
It does, because I got a 1 and no other success.
So you're not going to push that then?
No.
Okay.
No,
All right,
I see
so-
dust.
Yeah. Weirdly, the dust seems to even be impairing your hearing at this point. Like it sounds like you got something in your ears or something. I don't know. All you can hear is this kind of like hum.
All my cunning sneaking.
Okay, so that's Liat's turn now. You are also at the camp now. You have your hand on a lean-to. You can hear people shuffling around you, but you have no idea who's who.
So perception, if I were to try to use some kind of perception or whatever that is, would that be a fast action or a slow action?
It depends on what you're trying to do with it.
I'm just trying to find someone to kind of get to.
So that would be scouting then. So it'd be your scouting plus wits.
And is that fast or slow?
It depends. If you want to call it fast, we'll give you a straight scouting plus wits roll. If you want to go slow, I'll give you a +2 bonus.
Let's call fast, which would be just 4 because I've got no scouting. I got a 6 and 2 1s, but 2 1s don't count in the first roll, right?
No.
All right, so I got a 6. I'm
Okay.
going to leave it there.
You can hear the snapping of twigs and branches and the rustling of tall grass moving directly away to your immediate north.
All right, I'm going to head to that and try to get my hands on them.
Okay.
Or at least, get to a point where I can shout something at them.
Yeah. So you take about another 15 feet toward them. You don't immediately see anyone, but you can see that the dust is starting to settle.
Okay. So there's not much else I can do then.
No.
Okay, cool.
All right. So the dust begins to settle around all of you as we go back to Zephyr's turn. Zephyr, you can now see for about waist high. So you can't see Krabben at all, even though Krabben happens to be standing to your immediate left.
All right. Do I see them at all?
No, you can't. They're not in your visual range at the moment. You can see Liat, the upper body of Liat, moving off to the north, apparently in pursuit of something.
Where are you going?
That way.
I'm just gonna follow you.
Okay. So are you just gonna meet up with him, or are you gonna go further than him, or what?
Once I get to where he is, can I see them then, or is it
No,
still?
he also cannot see them at this point in time.
All right, I'm gonna keep running.
Just you're gonna run past him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna use your whole turn for that then?
Yeah.
All right. So you bolt down the hillside, and you can hear Chaya whinnying at the top of the hill, like because she can see you now.
I give her a whistle to come.
You burst out of a little hedgerow, and you can see nothing in your immediate area, but you can still hear in the very far distance now something moving along through the trees on the other side.
Yeah. As I was running, can I whistle for Chaya so she's like starting to run after me?
Yeah, we'll say you can do that. Yeah.
Okay. flare.
Okay, Turok.
Can I see the sack that these wolfkin had?
No, not yet. The one that rushed you didn't have the sack on him.
Okay, so
The one that was pinned to the ground did.
He has the sack?
Yeah.
Can I go over to the wolfkin that's pinned and look at his sack?
You gonna sniff it?
I should make you take a point of willpower damage of some sort, but
What?
I'm not going to. for my personal willpower.
I don't know what's the problem. Yeah, you guys.
Okay, so you go over to where you saw the arrow hit, and what is left there is an arrow lying on the ground covered in blood and no wolfkin.
Ah,
Can I smell to see if I can find? Can I catch his scent to find his track?
You can still smell them in the area. Their scent is extremely powerful here right now because of all the blood on the ground.
What about his sack? Can I smell his sack?
Oh, God.
The smell of burlap is very faintly in your nostrils.
Burlap, yes.
Not going there, Doug.
Hey, I'm gonna start walking in the general direction of his sack smell.
So you're going to be behind Liat. Zephyr's ahead of Liat. Okay.
So we're following Sax.
I should have just called it a backpack. I really should.
that's what's happening. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it is their turn, and no one has visual on them, so I'm not going to describe what they're doing. And then we will go to Krabben.
All right. So now the dust is cleared to where
The dust is basically completely cleared.
Right. So now we can all see each other again.
Yeah, you all look like you just had flour slapped all over you, but you're all okay.
Where did everybody go?
You can see Chaya galloping down the hill towards where Zephyr has moved off to.
Wait, where the all right, I'm gonna run to catch up.
Okay. So that's gonna put you right behind, or just a little bit ahead of Liat then.
There was a fight here. I was gonna do something. The fight left.
Do a thing, and then the fight went away.
Cohen just totally.
I just missed the whole thing. I was planning a big sneaky move, and everyone ran away.
Sneaky, and then everything went sideways. Okay, Liat,
You were gonna try to grab that sack, weren't you?
So
No.
I can't see anything. I can't see like a sack.
You can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
Can see all the stacks.
But you cannot see any sign of them. You can see Zephyr is plowed off ahead of you. You can see the trail in the grass that she's making as she moves. And you can hear Chaya somewhere behind you galloping across. And of course, Krabben yelling and hollering at everybody about what went wrong.
Well, crap.
So, just a real quick question: am I going the same direction as the others, or am I?
Yes, you are going in the same direction as Liat. Yeah.
I am just gonna sheath my knife and start jogging. Like I'm just resigned to.
Okay. So that
Going where
leapfrogs
he's
you slightly ahead of Zephyr. So you're going to get half a move ahead of Zephyr.
I'm gonna wave and smile to her as I.
I'm gonna be very mad that he caught up with me.
You plow through the trees. Make me just a straight up perception roll, actually.
So that would be what is perception?
Or wait, I'm sorry. It's not called perception in this game. My bad.
No, it's
Scouting?
Scouting.
Yeah, give me scouting.
Survival? Oh no.
All right, so that's just 4 dice. I get a 6 and a 1, so just 1 success.
Okay. You can see bent branches and keeled over grass well ahead of you. It doesn't seem like they should be able to be moving this fast, actually.
Yeah, it's weird.
You can still follow their trail.
I will also say that these Forbidden Lands dice give me anxiety because the ones have like skulls on them. It's like, oh,
call them anxiety dice from now.
And they're anxiety dice now.
Okay, so we're going to drop the initiative turn order right now because you're out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll say that you all basically meet up during the giant rush to get ahead and everything. And you follow the trail. Turok in the lead with his nose to the ground kind of thing.
How do you get ahead of us?
You follow them for a good, 15 or 20 minutes. It's mid-afternoon. Sun's starting to drop on the horizon now. You find a small cave entry in the trees, and you can see from the trail of blood that the wounded wolfkin has definitely gone in here, and from some random dust floating around on the leaves and such outside of it, that the woman obviously is with them. So are you going to enter the cave, or are you going to wait?
Is anybody injured?
No.
I am.
Before we do anything, I'm gonna spend. How injured are you?
I've got the knife wound, so I've got 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend a willpower and heal you up with a Path of the Hymn. So I can for every willpower I spend, I can recover. I could choose anyone to recover 1 point of damage. So I will heal you.
How does that look? What does that look like, Rob?
So basically, it's just Liat. He takes out his lute and he's kind of strumming it. He can't you would know better than anybody. He can't sing anymore, so it's mostly just he kind of closes his eyes, plays the lute, and kind of channels his energy through that to heal you through the power of
the
music.
Savage beast.
But in his mind, he's like rocking out. He's like, all we are is dust in the wind. Even though he can't sing, it's still in his head. Like,
is it like one of those like mariachi things where like you're just like
it's not really mariachi, but
Mariachi dust
it's
in the
just
wind. That'd be
it's
weird.
just this it's this very just beat up lute that can barely play a tune right now because of the cracks in its bowl, but it's still, he can still get some sound out of it.
All right. So you pause for a brief musical interlude.
It's
our entry into the cave's music. It's like, all right,
Right.
I get hyped.
Exactly. We know we're entering a new encounter area because the music has changed.
Yeah,
the music has changed. I dictate the entire world by what I play.
All right. Are you going to follow into the cave then, or?
I'm going wherever Turok goes.
I'm trying to see if
Hey, do you want me to sneak? Maybe it'll actually be worth something this time.
You should sneak in there and grab the sacks.
I don't want to grab any sacks.
Grab all the sacks.
That's a
the
disturbing
sacks are-
gesture. Please stop.
Everybody wants the sacks.
What? I thought
That's
we were
why-
trying to get information. Why are...
It reminds me of another minstrel I used to play with. His name was Kenneth G.
All right, you know what? I don't even think I want to be here anymore. I think I might go back to the farm at this rate.
Please don't let me here with them.
All right, I won't.
He played with all the sacks.
He was very sexy.
All right, I'm done with this. I'm gonna disappear into the cave now.
Okay.
I'm
Can you see
disappearing.
in the dark as a goblin?
You know what? That's a great question. I'm not sure.
You think so, right? Like,
I thought so.
I have a rule book.
I do too. I'm scrolling furiously. If you can flip faster than I can scroll, then by all means.
We put the Kenny G interlude music.
Yes.
wham, 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 wham.
I am going the wrong direction in this rulebook, apparently.
Is it alphabetized? That would help. No, why would we alphabetize it? It's probably alphabetized in not English.
Yeah, I don't see anything about seeing in the dark in there.
Yeah,
Oh no,
I
that's
don't
an
see
orc.
anything
Never
in
mind. I'm not looking at goblin because I'm done.
There's nothing in the thing that says whether or not they can see in the dark. So
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I don't
Doesn't
think
say.
anything has dark vision in this game.
Yeah, it's not a thing. It's
Yeah,
just not
it's a thing in the
mechanically a
Forbidden
thing.
Lands. Yeah. Okay. So if you wish to sneak in, you're going to be doing it by ears and hearing alone.
Okay.
Unless you sneak in and there's light sources.
Unless a light source is in there. Right. Okay. So does that confer some kind of disadvantage on my part, or
Not initially, no. I just wanted you to know, just in case we get halfway
Okay.
in there and you're wondering why I'm making you take penalties on rolls.
right, that makes sense.
So just
I
roll me your sneak
understand.
as normal.
Sneaky. Hold on. It's a lot of dice. Give me a second. I have only one success this time, and many dice mocking me.
One will do you. So you basically go one hand on the wall like a blind person moving down an unfamiliar place kind of thing. You go down about 25 feet, and the cave is fairly well maintained. The floor is actually fairly smooth, so there's no issues walking. You get around a corner, and you can see in the distance, probably another 30 feet on down, you can see the flicker of torchlight.
Okay. I'm going to keep moving toward the torchlight, but I want to stay outside of its reach if I can.
Okay.
And then I want to listen.
Alrighty, make me a. We're gonna call it. What should we call that for a skill check? We're gonna call it an insight check, actually.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Crobin.
Do you know what I rolled? I rolled the dice are mocking me, thoroughly mocking me.
Oh,
I rolled 3 5s.
Well, you could push it.
You can.
I think I will, because that's just cruel. That's cruel and
that is a little
unusual.
bit rude of the dice to do that to you.
And I did not get anything. So, all right.
Okay. You can't hear anything specific. You can hear.
I listened real hard.
You can hear the sounds of the torch crackling. Other than that, it's just the general unusual noise that comes with a cave, like the odd airflow and that sort of thing.
Okay. Then I shall, if I don't hear any voices or anything, I'll just sneak back out and report back to my party.
All right.
There's a torch back there, but I didn't hear anybody. I didn't want to get into the light, so.
Where's the sack?
I didn't grab any sack. I'm not grabbing sacks. That's not a thing that's happening.
We need to know what they were what they have.
We're
in
not
the
making
sack.
it a thing, Turok. Let's just go in.
Who's responsible for that?
I have a feeling that's
Rob.
I guarantee you,
and Rob's getting muted.
This portion of the VOD will be muted by you.
All right. So you didn't see anything in there?
Oh, it just torchlight. So somebody's in there, but I didn't want to get spotted and eaten.
All right. I'm just gonna march right into the cave.
Off we go.
So you also cannot see for the first initial stage. So you're kind of half stumbling along as you go in. You see the same torchlight that Crobin saw. It's just flickering around the corner at the far end of the tunnel. There's no other tunnels. It's just a single tunnel. It seems to be leading down, and it hangs a corner, and that's all you can see.
All right. Can I smell to see if there's anything different?
You can smell the blood of the wolfkin. It's very faint because of the torch, because of the sooty smell of the torch is also overpowering it a bit. And you can smell a second scent, but you don't know who it is particularly.
I'm just gonna kind of peek around the corner.
Okay. Make me a sneak check.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Or well, we'll call it scouting for you, I guess.
Scouting?
Yeah, so wits plus agility.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I have 3 1s and no successes.
Ooh.
I am not going to push that. I am just going to,
Okay.
yeah. I'll
So you peek around the corner and you stare directly into the torchlight, and you get that weird lens flicker thing that you get on your eyes when you look at the sun.
Yeah.
And you back around the corner and just blinking like, what?
God
Yeah,
damn it, J.J. Abrams.
God.
They lit their sack on fire.
I just pushed Turok out of the way, and I sneak. I take a look over.
Okay. Make me a Actually, hang on. I'm going to roll for them first because there's so many of you in there now, just in case. Whoa, hey, come back here. Get up. Sure.
Did you want us to roll stealth to come into the place, or?
Well, I'm kind of foregoing stealth at this point because there's you and Turok are in there now,
Okay.
and neither of you are trained in that. So,
I have a point in stealth. Thank you.
wow,
A point.
Yes.
A
Okay.
point.
Did you
I have
just
a- I have a
assume
point.
her stealth?
Yeah. How dare you assume I'm stealth?
We're going to call it an opposed roll then, Morgan. Go ahead and roll your stealth.
Okay, so it's stealth plus agility, so that's 6 dice.
That's not bad.
Awesome.
Yeah. How? Why are you like this? I got 2 1s
Okay.
and no 6s.
So you hear a human voice whispering to someone else in the room. I think they're here. Quickly, out the back.
That's
You
when I
hear a
With the
scurrying of
sack.
feet.
That's when I whip out my bow and I try to fire again.
Okay. So make me a roll, but we're not going to give you your bow bonus in here just because you're doing a surprise shot kind of thing.
Okay, so but I get my other ones.
Yeah, you get your marksmanship plus your agility.
So marksmanship plus agility. 4, 5. Oh no, okay. Well, I'm not using that one because it's on the ground now. Ooh, so that's 4 6s and no 1s.
Well then.
Oh.
Alrighty. I'm going to roll randomly to see who you hit because you're just doing a snapshot of this. Okay. All right. You hear a thunk as an arrow sinks into some flesh, and you hear a high-pitched shriek and continued footfalls as they flee.
They're running, and I just start chasing after.
Well, you can't do anything right now because you used your action, but
Oh, I mean, like I basically just that's what I will be
yeah,
doing.
you're in the doorway now, holding your bow like, nah, screw you guys. All right, Krabben, back at the entry of the cave, or did you follow them in?
No, I was trying to follow them. I don't really like getting left behind.
All right. Point of note: Chaya does not fit.
I know. I left her.
Okay,
I left
just-
her outside.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was clear before you halfway through a fight said, "Okay, Chaya's going to do this," and I'm going to say, "No, she's not."
No.
I just see this horse just like galloping into these caves, like
Yeah,
I'm here, you.
like doing like the dog crawl through a tube.
It's like I actually just watched Rapunzel recently, and so that's what it reminds me of.
Right? It's Maximus.
Yeah, Maximus.
Okay. So you can see them both taking off. The wounded wolfkin is running along behind her. So Krabben is sneaking up around behind. Well, not sneaking, but moving up around behind.
Right.
We're gonna make a group check here. Who wants to roll for the group?
What kind of check is it?
Well, I'll tell you when you decide who's going to do it.
No, we got to figure out who can do it best first.
No, that's not how this works.
Listen,
Can we
I
give,
don't know how to
can
play
we
this
give
game.
whoever it is a bonus? Like,
Yes.
since we're helping.
Whoever does roll will get a bonus because the group will be.
I think
functioning as a
Liette should have this role.
All right, I'll roll it.
Alrighty.
Do it.
What is it?
You are going to roll me movement. Heck man. You're going
Oh,
to roll not movement, sorry. You're going to roll me endurance, which is strength.
Pick the wrong person to roll.
Oh, no.
I get 2 dice.
oh, jeez.
Well, if I roll badly, this might work out for you.
I got nothing.
Okay. All right. So you all go around the corner, giving chase, and you catch up with them as they are trying to scamper up a ladder leading out to the surface at some other point in the cave. It's just there's no other turns or anything, so it was easy to follow them. They're about halfway up the ladder when you catch up with them. You're about 30 feet away when you enter the room with the ladder. So what are you going to do at this point?
Let me know when I can shoot at them again.
So whose turn is it?
Yeah,
We'll just go with the initiative order we had before. So we'll say Zephyr's first.
I'm gonna shoot again. Whoever's the top one up.
The woman is at the top of the ladder.
All right, I'm gonna. Does it look like an arrow went through her or through the?
Oh, she has an arrow sticking out of her back.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to see what's hit before. Now I'm going to shoot her again.
Go ahead.
It got very quiet and I was very concerned.
No, I was waiting for you to roll.
Oh, and so this time I use my bonus because I'm not
Yeah,
doing
this
a pot
time you're
shot.
not doing a snapshot or anything.
Okay, so 4, 11, hold on, 1, 2, that, and then 5. Okay. I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Do I want to push it?
Wow, really? Nobody? Okay, cool.
What?
I was waiting for somebody to say real good.
No.
I've gotten so used to it.
I think I will push it.
Okay.
Oh.
That didn't sound like a successful noise.
I rolled 2 1s.
Oh.
You had 2 successes?
No, just 2 1s.
Oh.
No, but you initially you had 2 successes. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that cancels that out. So
Yeah.
the arrow goes whistling past and cracks on the stone right next to her.
That's what I get for being cocky and be like, oh, I got all these dice.
We've jinxed you.
I've jinxed
All right.
myself.
Turok.
Is the ladder attached to the wall? I'm assuming since it's a cave, it's just like leaning. Right?
It's leaning against the wall. It's attached at the top, and you can see that it's nailed in at the bottom with some almost like 10 spikes.
Oh, okay. So it's not like I can't just like yank on it to try to.
Well, you could try. It looks like it's just made out of like wood slats tied together. It's not an actual ladder.
So I could like karate chop it and.
You could certainly try.
Try to like. What do I got for strength? I got strength, and then what would that be for? Would that be a might? Yeah, that would probably be might.
Yeah, we'd call that might for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to mess up the ladder so that they can't climb. So like either A, it slows them down from climbing up it, or B, it just like causes them to like fall because the ladder becomes unstable.
All right, sounds good. So
that is a 4. And I got 1 success.
All righty. What's your strength?
My strength is 4.
Okay, so I'm going to roll for the structure of the ladder. Okay, so you grab the base of the ladder and wrap your arms around it and just rip it in half. It doesn't completely explode, but the ladder itself just comes apart in your hands, and you can see the wolfkin that was about halfway up the ladder just does the comedy routine thing, just goes.
He does like the Wile E. Coyote kind of thing.
Yeah, he's just like bam, he lands right in front of you. The woman, I'm gonna make an agility check for because she is at the top. She snags the top.
Wait.
And is hanging by the hatch.
Wait, does his sack fall on me?
No, in front of you.
Right on your chin.
Yeah, it hits you on top of the head even. Don't go there again, or I'll make it do damage. It was full of iron bricks, and now you're dead, Turok. But yeah, the wolfkin lands in front of you. The woman is dangling at the hatch, like she's just like flailing around.
That's exactly what she does, huh?
Yeah, that exact noise. And that is Turok's turn. So that's going to take it to the wolfkin, who is now prone, and we'll see if he gets up properly here. He's going to stand up, and he's going to hold the sack out in front of him, like he's trying to block because he can't really do anything else at this point.
Keeping it sexy.
Yeah. So that's the end of his round, and the woman is going to try and scramble out the hatch if she can make a decent agility check.
Fail.
And she is going to push that. and regret pushing that because she also falls back to the ground. And
Aha!
let's see, she's going to take 2 points of damage out of that to her strength. So she hits the ground with an audible crack. Her head hits the wall, and she's just gone completely limp. And that's Crobin's turn.
Oh, I'm gonna run over and sit on her chest and say, "I got her."
All right. So Crobin has secured the prisoner. Okay.
I have secured the prisoner.
Okay.
I'm
Yep.
useful.
This unconscious woman will not get away.
Well,
So what's the plan? Liat, what are you up to?
So I am going to which wolfkin is closer to me?
There's only one left.
Oh, there's only one left. I'm gonna just kind of make my way
You
to
abandoned the other one in the field.
it. That's right. I'm gonna make my way to it.
Okay.
Draw my knife again, and I'm gonna make my sharp tongue roll against it.
Oh, okay. You're gonna try and abuse this one to death.
I'm gonna abuse
verbal
it to
abuse.
death. So 5, 6, 7, 8 dice. All right, we got a 6 and a 6 and a 6 and 2 ones that don't count. So I'm just going to leave that at 3 6s.
3 6s. Okay. He's gonna roll his roll. Okay, what are you gonna say?
Just like your friend, you're the crap that's created when shame eats too much stupidity.
I hold up a card that says a 7.
You don't know why, but for some reason, you have touched this wolfkin's very soul. And he is so incredibly heartbroken by what you've said to him that he just collapses to the ground in a mewling pile.
you really hurt his feelings.
You can hear him muttering about his childhood and how his parents never loved him. And
Oh.
he did his best, and he's just inconsolable.
I kind of feel bad now.
You should.
I wonder if his parents ever asked him to run away from home.
And that is the end of combat because the woman is unconscious and this guy is incapacitated.
Crobin, is she even alive? Like, can you check?
Poker.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna poke her. I don't have any sort of medical skill or anything. I'm just like,
she's pretty limp. You can't you obviously without checking anything else, you're not going to be able to tell. She is bleeding quite badly from the wound to the back of her head.
She's bleeding a lot. Feel like we should do something about that.
I can
I could get her up.
Well, if we wanted to talk to her, you might want to get on that.
All right, dust in the wind. I'm only going to spend 1 willpower to bring her back up from broken.
Okay.
I mean, Crobin's on her chest, so.
I can move. I mean,
Well, she can't move. That's what I'm saying.
no, I mean, but if
I
I'm
don't-
in your way, I can.
You stay there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will.
All right, so again, close the eyes, play the lute, and I bring her back up.
All right. She seems unresponsive in the beginning, actually. But towards the end of your tune, you can see her eyes start to flicker a little bit as if she's regained some sort of consciousness. The wolfkin is still blubbering and crying, and he's attempting to crawl away from you, just, like in a little scrabbling along the floor kind of maneuver.
Turek, make sure the turd doesn't leave.
I'll just kick him.
I'll kick the poor guy when he's down.
So that
Oh, I
he-
thought you were kicking Liat.
No, not kicking the. I'm gonna kick the wolf so that he doesn't. So he's back.
He just like
kick him back into our direction.
he curls up and he just curls up against the wall. He's just like completely oblivious to anything.
These things aren't very empathetic.
No,
Yeah.
no, they are not at all.
I'm gonna reach down and pick up the sack.
I thought you were gonna grab him by the scruff.
No. I'm gonna pick up the sack and just kind of look in the sack and see what's in there.
There's 2 acorns in there.
The sack is full of what it looks like runes. They're all inscribed on small discs. You have no idea what any of them say. But it sounds like when you pick it up, it sounds very much like a Scrabble bag when you pick it up. It's all like clattering around tiles.
That's a beautiful sound.
Yes.
We wasted our time for this. Take
Wait,
a look at
how big's the
What's
sack?
Is it a big sack?
It's like, is it does it
Like a Santa
smell?
Claus sack, or is it like a
No.
satchel? Like,
I mean,
No,
is this sack kind of
it's-
droopy?
Does it look?
When you
Does it
pick it
look
up?
like?
is
Small,
it
or-
uneven?
is it bulging?
Okay. I'm just gonna go over here. It actually is this size.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Is it yellow?
No, it's actually brown. Not this.
Oh,
sack,
well, that
but
would make
yours-
sense.
Your sack is brown, which
Well,
is- can't-
I mean, my skin is kind of dark, but
Oh, this is gonna be the TMI episode of this game.
with my
This is
so-
not what my channel is intended.
I would like to
for.
point out that it's your fault, Doug.
Doug, you know what
You
you're getting
said
involved
it.
in with me.
I said it was a sack. You're the one who assumed something else.
I just asked about the sack.
But
That's
you
all I
you said
asked.
I had a brown sack. I mean,
So I'm looking at all these things inside the sack, and I'm just feeling around,
Okay.
checking for lumps.
and I just like, hey, we wasted our time on this. Look at this.
Using my pride that I know all the tales and legends of the Forbidden Lands and lore, would I recognize these runes?
Make me a lore check.
A lore check. Oh, that is going to be a 4 plus a 3. 1611. So just one success.
You have a brief flash of memory of doing some research in your travels that at one point during the time of the Blood Mist, there were some places that used guiding runes, which is what these are called, to make small pockets within the mist. So it was able to actually isolate small sections of the mist. And that is all that you can remember it doing. You don't remember how they worked or anything like that. You just remember a small diagram in a book actually showing a circle with little notations where each rune was placed and a swirling red colored mist inside the circles.
These runes were used to manipulate the mist. I can't see how they'd be useful nowadays. Do you mind, Turok?
Can we not do this in here? Can we go back out of the caves?
Should we bring our friend with us?
Yeah, let's do all this
Okay.
outside in the open.
Uh-huh.
All right, and if Turok's cool, I'm going to take those runes.
Yeah, I'm good with.
Can I
I'm good with
wait? Can I see them? I want
Sure.
to look. I want to look.
Take a peek.
And
Okay.
as soon as they say they agree about going outside, Zephyr
go
just leaves.
Back to the horse.
Zephyr just goes outside.
You have no trouble getting back out. It's two chambers and one path between the two of them. So
Her
It's a
dark
super
secret
easy
is I
path back
panic
out.
and close and create spaces. So like,
Oh.
she's like, I'm done. We did everything. I'm getting out of here.
All right, so yeah,
All
let's drag her out.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. I'll take one end, and if somebody wants to take another end, and we'll. drag it out.
Sure. I got her feet.
the most lopsided stretcher ever. That's 7 foot tall
I've
Wolfkin
got
and
no
4 foot tall
muscles,
Crubbin.
so
Eh. It's all right. Her head's elevated. That's what you want, right?
Sure.
Sure.
So yeah. So I guess we'd take her out.
Alrighty. So you make your way back out of the cave. There's nothing else in the cave. Looks like possibly the remains of some sort of camp or something. It looks like this is where they were holed up. There's lots of discarded fur from the wolfkin, and a small bedroll for the lady that's with them. So you arrive back out of the cave, and you see Zephyr as far away from the cave as you can get without being out of sight of you. Just taking lots of deep breaths.
On the horse, kind of like laying down and just like petting. And as soon as I see them walk out, I just sort of straighten up like nothing happened.
All right. So what's the plan now?
Can we question the lady to see what?
Is
Yeah,
she
certainly can.
is she conscious now?
She doesn't appear to be, but you don't know for sure.
Let's smack her in the face.
Just gentle poking in the face. Hey.
I was going to say one more.
She sort of lazily tries to bat your hand away, and you can see that there's some impairment there. Like she's really still very badly hurt. Like you can feel like when you were carrying her out, actually, you could see the back of her head is just this matted red mess.
I don't want to give her any more.
Give her mouth to mouth.
Now, he doesn't need to spend more magic on her. But if we want any answers out of her, she's going to have to be healed up. I guess we could take her back to the farm. That scary farm lady could probably patch her head up.
She could probably patch her head or split it again if needed.
I mean, yeah, that too. She was pretty terrifying.
All right. Yeah, let's just bring her back. I don't care.
Alrighty. So how are you getting her back? It's going to be a long walk carrying a body between two people.
I'm going to take a couple sticks, and then I am going to...
Wait, Zephyr, could you take her? We could all walk. Zephyr. No, your idea involves using my arms the whole way. I don't want to do that. It's literally the horse's job.
I was going to take the sack and spread it over 2 sticks.
Okay. It's not that big of a sack.
Oh yeah, it's a very small
like
sack,
big.
isn't it?
Plus, I took it. I took
a
it
very
from you.
small sack.
Yeah, and Liet's carrying.
Liet.
It's no. Anyway.
Yeah, she can toss her across the bag.
Right.
Okay.
We can carry her on Shia.
All right.
All right. You are.
What are we doing about what did we do with the wolfkin?
He's still in the cave.
They're all still in the cave. Okay, so we're just
No,
gonna
one
leave
of
them.
them. The other one's still on the hill.
The other one's on
Oh.
the hill someplace.
So
Assuming they're still
Okay.
one is a blubbering mess on the hill, and one is a blubbering
Right.
mess in the.
But we have their leader. Maybe we don't even know. We'll find out.
She's the important one.
Sure, we'll find out.
All right.
Yes.
So you make your way back to the farm. You're not going to get there until basically nightfall.
That makes
because it
sense.
was already mid-afternoon by the time you got to the cave. So you arrive back at the farm, which is really well lit. There are farm hands walking the perimeter because they're wondering where you are. So when you come into sight, they're all immediately freaked out by the sight of Turok starting off because they think it's the wolfkin come back to bother them again. But when they see Zephyr come out of the shadows on their horse with this woman thrown across the back and Liat and Krabin following up, they immediately calm down and start hollering, and word gets back very quickly to the farmhouse, and you're all escorted right up to the farmhouse where Vanson is standing on the front porch there. He's clapping his hands and he's like, "Oh my God, you've rid us of them, have you? They're gone. They won't return." The woman over the back of the horse, and he's like, "Who's this?"
She was in charge, we think. But we brought her back for questioning. She kind of hit her head. She might need to rest for a while.
He gestures to a couple of the farm hands to help her off the horse. And they take her inside. And Vanson's like walking around the group of you, just clapping everybody on the shoulder. And I guess he's gonna high five Zephyr because he's still on the horse. You can't really clap him on the shoulder, being that
can't
high up. So
reach.
he's gonna be like, "Good job."
I'm gonna whisper to Zephyr, it's a cultural thing. We must be respectful.
She does like an awkward high five because she's never like high five before. So she like,
he looks
Like,
just.
why
as
are
awkward,
we
but
hitting each other's
He's like,
hands?
why am I? How am I? I want to congratulate you, but you're up there, and I don't know.
Before we go any further, where's the child?
Keyleth is sitting in the window watching you with Amelina. She's being fed cookies.
Yes.
It's almost bedtime. She's gonna be up all night, hopped up on sugar.
When did you become so paternal?
I just want to make sure that I sleep tonight.
Oh, you're just a big softy. A scratch under his chin. Such a good boy.
All right.
I pretend that I hate it, but like you can see my
Deep down
foot
inside,
kind
he's
of.
like,
Hits
starts
the-
legging it.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So he brings you all inside the house, and
I leave the horse outside.
what? Yes. Chaya will be peeking in through a window.
The horse just walks
an eye
right
on
in like,
Zephyr.
what? I'm not invited to.
It is a Mr. Ed sort of situation.
Yeah,
where you
that's
just
exactly
open
what I was
the
gonna say.
Perfect.
Touches the window
Ooh.
open. How dare you try to do something without me? And that's where we're going to call it for this session because we're at 2 hours now, and I know Doug likes to keep these around that length.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And we will pick
Awesome.
up next week with the interrogation of your prisoner.
Yay.
Oh boy.
Hey. All right,
so
folks.
Jason,
Yeah.
what were those runes again, so I can mark them on my gear?
They're called guiding runes.
Okay.
And how many are there?
A sack full.
You didn't count them.
It's a
A
sack full of
small
runes.
brown sack full.
A small brown sack
A
full
small
of runes.
brown sack full of runes. I'm going to teach myself how to use these.
So everybody gets 3 experience again this week.
Yay.
Plus 1 for the combat, so that's 4 experience for everybody. And 1 extra for Morgan and 1 extra for Liat because Morgan involved her dark secret and Liat invoked his pride.
Sweet.
Yeah. Do you need to roll for arrows?
Yes. What is your resource dice for your arrows?
It's a D10.
Okay, so roll me a d10.
I did not roll a 1.
You're good.
You have
D10.
all the arrows.
I rolled a 2.
Alrighty.
Oof.
All right. Well, folks, I will remind you that if you appreciate these actual plays, please hit the like down below and also, like I said, hit that subscribe button. We really enjoy doing these actual plays, even though sometimes we get kind of silly and ridiculous. And I apologize.
I'd like to point out that the DM was not trying to be silly.
I apologize.
Yeah,
DM
one of the
was attempting valiantly to stop that.
I apologize. I kind of kept that joke going a little too long.
Oh, it was perfect.
And yeah. But I really appreciate everybody that comes on and does these actual plays, and I hope everybody enjoys them too as you view and listen to them, either here on the YouTube channel or on their podcast. So, all right, that's going to do it for this episode. This has been Victory Condition Gaming, because winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.